Hey everyone, it's Mike here from the SEO Pub, and in today's video I'm going to share with you my four most used reports inside of Google Analytics 4. Before I do that, make sure you head over to the SEOpub.com, sign up for the newsletter there where I send out tips like this every single week. We also have a free Slack community you can join where you can ask SEO questions and join all the SEO discussions going on in there. So let's dive into the reports. Now, I know everyone in the digital marketing world pretty much hates Google Analytics 4. I get that, but it is what we're stuck working with. So I'm going to skip past all the hate and all the bad points of it in this video and just show you that there is a lot of data that's collected in Google Analytics 4. And I know if you're not using it a lot, it can feel a bit overwhelming trying to find that information and unpack it. So I'm going to narrow down to the four reports that I use most often as an SEO and why they're useful to me. First one is the traffic acquisition report. And for this video, Google has a demo account for Google Analytics. So I'm just using that to show off these reports inside here. The traffic acquisition report, just as the name suggests, is reports on where all your traffic is coming from. Is it organic search traffic? Is it social media? Is it email, direct, paid traffic, etc.? But it also gives you some quick insights and just an overview of the quality of traffic you're getting from each of these different channels. You can see here the average engagement time per session from all these different channels. If you're tracking conversions, which are now called key events, and you should be tracking conversions, you can also see which channel is bringing the most conversions. If you're tracking revenue, you can also see what kind of revenue is coming from each channel and what kind of conversion rate you're getting. If you look over here at the key events, this account, they're tracking purchases. So we can look at that, and we can look at the conversion rate for purchases. And you can see if we search by conversion rate, sort by conversion rate, you can see that email marketing, referral, organic social, those are the ones that convert the most frequently at the highest rate. But you can also see that the majority of conversions are coming from direct traffic and organic search traffic. You can also see that total revenue wise, again, although direct traffic and organic search are converting at a lower percentage, they're bringing in the more money for this particular site, more sales than the rest of the channels combined. It's a report that a lot of C-suite members, a lot of marketing directors, this is a report that they like to look at to kind of see how all the channels are working and which ones they're getting the most bang for their buck out of. Next report is the landing page report. And these are the first pages your visitors are landing on when they come to your site. This report identifies pages that users are landing on and sticking around, engaging with the content, or it can also be used to identify pages that people are landing on, coming to your site for the first time and leaving rather quickly and not engaging with the content. And it gives you some ideas on some pages that maybe you want to improve some way, either improve the content or give people something else to do on those pages to get them to stick around and go visit other pages and hopefully eventually become a sale or a lead. Depending on how your conversion tracking is set up, you can identify pages that people are landing on most frequently and then becoming a customer or a lead. For me, that's really useful information to see what kind of pages people are landing on first on the site that are becoming customers and becoming leads, and gives us a lot of content ideas for the future. Next report is the checkout journey. This report, if you have an e-commerce site, this report is a must. And this helps you identify holes in your checkout steps where you may be losing potential sales. For example, I've seen sites where we'll see a big drop off between the adding to cart step, beginning the checkout, and then when the shipping is first introduced, if the shipping wasn't disclosed on the product pages. You may see cases where when they get to their payment information, there's drop-offs for some reason because maybe the page isn't laying out correctly or just not real easy to use. It's not user-friendly and it's making it difficult for them to enter in their payment information. But you can see along the way which steps are people dropping off at and find ways to improve those in order to get more conversions. It's really a gold mine here. And the last report I'm going to share today is kind of two reports in one. It's the tech details report. First, there's an overview, which the overview just gives you a quick look at, are people coming on desktop, mobile, tablets. It'll even here track smart TVs. What kind of devices are people using when they come to your site? What kind of browsers are they using? What kind of screen resolutions are most people using when they come to your site? All kind of useful information to make sure, of course, you want to be optimizing a site for all of these cases, but just to give you an idea where the majority of your traffic is coming from. What I find really useful, though, is inside this tech details report. Now, the tech details report, there's two primary things that I look at, but there's a bunch of different options here you can check out. But what I'm most interested in are the browsers and screen resolution. And the reason for that is I can look here and I can see the engagement time for the different browsers. And I can also see, engagement rates. I can see, all this information here. But what I'm looking for here primarily is anomalies. So if I see that our average engagement time across a website is 1 minute and 30 seconds, but let's say in one particular browser, like Firefox, it's down to 15 seconds or 20 seconds. And we have a fair number of users that have come. We have a lot of sessions that's based off of. So I know that the data is pretty good. That tells me that maybe there's something wrong with how the site or maybe our most popular pages are laying out inside of Firefox. And I want to investigate that further. Or if I see, again, sticking with, we've been talking about conversions the whole way through this video. If I see that one particular browser has had no sales for the past 2 weeks, but we've got tons of sales from all the other browsers, that may tell me that there's something wrong with the checkout process in that particular browser. And same thing for screen resolutions. Maybe there's a screen resolution that people are coming to where the site just isn't laying out quite correctly, or some of your most popular pages just aren't laying out correctly, or your checkout, your shopping cart isn't laying out correctly. It could also be in these different browsers, if you're collecting leads, the form doesn't work in one browser, or it's not laying out correctly at different screen resolutions, and it's just making it difficult for people to fill out. So that's why I go look at this report and just look for anomalies in cases where we may have a problem with one particular resolution or one particular browser that's making the site difficult to use with, which of course is costing us sales, maybe costing us leads. And it's also costing us engagement metrics with Google. People are probably leaving right away and not having a good time on the site at those particular cases. Those are the 4 reports that I use most frequently as an SEO and the ones that I look at most frequently inside of Google Analytics 4. If you have a report that you like to use, go ahead and drop it in the comments down below. And again, if you haven't yet, head over to the SEOpub.com, sign up for the newsletter there, and I'll catch everyone on the next one.